everybody. My name's David,
And I'm Alana.
and we're the Joiners.
And we joined Home Church in 2021.
We were looking for a new church, and we watched Gerald's video, and we said, well, we'll just think about it. And I'm not kidding you, the next day, we both went, this is where we're supposed to be. And we just jumped in.
We've been in Roswell for about 14 years.
Yeah.
And we've been married for 15 years. And now we have two beautiful children, Will and Sarah Kate, who are 6 and 8.
Obviously, having kids changes a lot of things. It started to teach me the perspective of what it is to be a father. And I believe that's what the Lord looks at us as, and sort of that desire of relationship. And becoming a father makes that a very tangible thing for me to be able to see. But the Lord's also just done really good work in our relationship with our kids and the spirit He's given them and the way they've been and have desired to be involved in the things that we get to do as a family a lot together, which is, I think, is fairly unique, and we're very grateful for it. And so at the end of the day, we sit back and we look at that and we realize that that's really the Lord doing that. And so we're just very thankful.
We had our own independent walks with the Lord. And then definitely when we got married, coming together, really deciding that like a foundational element was going to be like we wanted to join a church. We wanted to get plugged into small groups and Bible studies. And even that has grown and developed over the past 15 years. We've been in groups together. We've been in groups separately. And I definitely think that just challenges in marriage has definitely led us to cling to the Lord and then grow as a couple for sure. And then just independently, definitely having children, struggling to have children, then having children. And then just over the years, complicated work situations, long hours, late nights, children definitely stretch you. And just really the anchor in it all has been our faith, our walk with the Lord, independently and together.
Ryan and I have actually talked for a long time about wanting to do mission work together. It wasn't something that just showed up last year and then we decided, hey, we're going to go do it. We've talked about wanting to do it for a long time. I think we got an earlier opportunity to do that with our family just through 4-Day and getting involved locally, and that was awesome because it was kind of the beginning of just planting the seed for us. How we get to the international mission work is really kind of a cool story. Last year, I got let go of my job, and so I had time on my hands. And so we spent a lot of time with the church just because we had time. And Gerald was over at her house in October and just kind of off the cuff made a remark, hey, if you go to Lebanon with me in a couple weeks, I'd love for you to come back and be the one that leads it and takes the team back. And I said, give me a day to think about it. And Alana and I went and we talked about it and prayed about it. I think I'd already made the decision up in my mind, but I wanted to do the right thing and talk with her about it. And well, the next day we just knew it was right. And so literally a couple weeks before the vision trip, I jumped on a plane with Gerald and we went to Lebanon. And that has foundationally changed the way I look at serving and the way that organization over there modeled it with relationship as the foundation of why to do it. There's needs that you can meet through physical and tangible things, but it's built on knowing who the person is, knowing their name, knowing their family, knowing their kids. Yes, here are things we can give you, but that's on top of knowing who you are. And then coming back was awesome because it just gave me the chance to pull the team together and share a lot of that same vision of, guys, we're going back, and here's what we're going to do. And we very early on set the success criteria of Lebanon mission trip, not for what we would do while we're over there, but it's for what that team is changed to do differently when we get back. And that was the goal. And we're doing great things in Roswell, but the Lord's God is doing great things on the planet. And missions give you a front row seat to being part of that. And so we love being plugged into the mission, and have already told Gerald we're happy to lead one of the next ones wherever it may be, because we want to go. I want my kids to be involved in that. I want them to be able to see the world, not just from a tour of the Four Seasons, but from seeing and meeting the incredible people around the planet. And so we love being a part of the mission work.
We love Roswell, and we've been in the area for 14 years. And I feel like since home church and our involvement there, first of all, it's just wonderful to go to church with our friends, with our community, seeing other kids and families that our kids play sports with and that they go to school with. But also, I feel like now with home church, we recognize people going down the street, or we're sitting in a restaurant and we want to talk to them about home church. We've had situations where we've been with home church at an event, and the restaurant next door, we go eat over there, and they're like, "What are y'all doing? Who are you?" And so for sure, just the opportunity to share not only about the community of home church, but what the Lord's doing, and that He's for Roswell, that we're here to support other churches, other organizations, the connection of doing life at church with our friends and out in the community. And I just really feel like it has given me a depth of perspective for Canton Street and in the schools, and we're just constantly thinking about, like, should we invite them to church too? Should they, we're always talking about it with other groups that we're involved with. And so we just love home church. We love Roswell.